What's up YouTube? さあ今日も始まりましたゆららのコンテンツ Talking about Japan, many people from overseas may have this image about Japan. Japan is a safe country. Japanese are so friendly. It could be true, but it could be not true. Safe people, but unsafe nature. Earthquake, floods, kind people, but also racist. Of course, I want everyone to enjoy their journey in Japan as much as possible. And that's why we should be aware of. It's always good to be prepared. On my channel is the best place for people from overseas to know about Japan without coming to Japan. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, subscribe to my channel and open the door for your next journey. The topic of today is things that foreigners don't like about Japan. Long story short, let's get into it. From
お時間いただきだいぶかけます
さあ今日も始まりましたゆららのコンテンツゆららのコンテンツ Thank you for your time today. Where are you from?
I'm from America.
America. How long have you been in Japan for?
I've lived in Japan for 4 years.
4 years. What do you do in Japan?
I'm an English teacher.
English teacher. I want an English teacher. So you've been doing this job for 4 years or different jobs?
Same job, different company.
So many of the audience think they want to come to Japan and they need to have a job. How did you find your job? Like what website did you use? Can you share with us?
To find a job in Japan, the most easiest job is English teaching. So there are plenty of websites. Gaijinpot has a lot of job listings. Also just word of mouth, and anyone you know in Japan, just ask where they work. A lot of people find jobs through friends of friends.
Did you use the agent to find a job?
No.
Friend.
Yeah.
Okay. So before you come to Japan, what did you do for a living?
I worked in the music industry. I worked at a concert venue and also a coffee shop. Yeah.
What brought you to Japan?
Just a challenge. In American schools, you don't learn much about Asian countries or Asian history. So I really wanted to live abroad in Asia and be able to see a lot of this part of the world and just challenge myself to try something new.
So there are a lot of Asian countries like China, Korea, Thai. Why did you choose Japan?
Japan is actually very westernized compared to some other countries in Asia. It isn't as hard of a move. For example, there's a lot of still English signs. There's Starbucks and Wi-Fi. So in terms of that, it's not that difficult to move to Japan.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. So let's move on to the main topic. So my question will be, please tell us things that you feel uncomfortable.
The first is there is a lot of noise pollution in Japan. So for example, noise pollution. So the political vans are very shocking. And even in this winter, the kerosene trucks or the trucks that go through to pick up garbage in the neighborhood sometimes are playing songs and noise, and it can get somewhat annoying when I'm trying to sleep or take a nap, hearing the jingles. And even within the convenience and everything, there's a lot of noise.
Convenience store, do you mean the announcement? Or?
Yeah, so when the door opens and there's always the sound and then music's playing and then announcements and the workers yelling "Irashaimase." So
Too much information.
Yeah, it's a lot of noise.
Okay, and what about second thing?
So I don't like the apathy to politics in Japan, actually. Japanese people on the whole don't really seem to have strong opinions, which can be good and bad. But yeah, people are pretty socially unaware sometimes about what's going on in the world or even within Japan itself. And it's hard coming from a country where politics are regularly talked about.
What do you think that we can improve this problem?
Unfortunately, it's hard as the population, the younger people, is a smaller part of the population, so they don't have as much voting power. But every vote still counts, and by spreading awareness and even talking about it with their family, older siblings or parents, and I think social media is a huge part in getting people active in politics. The last thing is sometimes Japanese people tend to view foreigners as like a monolithic group.
Categorize you as a foreigner, right?
So if one foreigner is misbehaving, they'll say, "Oh, all foreigners are bad." Or even if it's, a foreigner from a certain country, they will view all foreigners badly based on the action of one person rather And then also, even within that, there's like a hierarchy of foreigners that Japanese people are very not too shy about saying their preference and preferring white foreigners over foreigners of different races. And it's unfortunate, I think.
Yeah. Have you had any experience that you feel uncomfortable because you are a foreigner in Japan?
Yes, so when I check into a hotel, I'm usually pretty uncomfortable because Japanese people do not have to show any ID usually when checking into a hotel. But foreigners always have to show their Zairyu card, and the hotel will make a copy of it and keep it on file. I don't like them having my personal information, and also it's suggesting that I will do something that they will need to then call the police or contact me later, whereas Japanese people just have to provide their name to check in.
That's not fair, right?
Yeah.
Thank you for your time today. Where are you from?
I'm from Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah.
And I'm from Spain.
Okay, you're from Georgia and Spain. How long have you been in Japan?
Around 1 year.
4 years.
What do you do for a living?
Now I'm staying at home. My couple is working now. Now I'm studying Japanese.
I'm here for my work.
For work.
Yeah.
What brought you to Japan?
You know, the common things like anime, manga, dramas as well, like Hana Yori Dango,
Oh,
old ones.
yeah. Was it on the TV show?
No, I watch online.
And what about you? What brought you to
She said everything what I can say,
okay.
but from my childhood, I knew about samurai.
Samurai?
Yes, I wanted to know about that things more, and I wanted to see sakura also.
How was it?
Good.
Funny.
Yes, funny and good.
Thank you so much. Let's move on to the main topic. Things that you don't like about Japan. About
Maybe I know the word in Japan, like jogen no kankei.
Yeah.
The relation with your boss, you need like a lot of language
Yeah.
for that. It's different if you talk with your boss and your coworker. It's maybe the most difficult thing to learn.
Yeah,
I
even
think.
it's for us. It's
Yeah,
difficult. We
really?
don't even.
Yeah.
We were not even sure if we are using the right word.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
For foreigners, it's more difficult, you
yeah,
know.
tricky. Huh?
Yeah, a little bit tricky.
Maybe they never say like
Ah, yes, directly.
directly.
Directly, yeah. For me, they never say directly what they
Yes.
think. Yes, if they apologize about something, maybe they think another thing. I don't know. Not everyone, of course, not everyone. But some people are like that.
Maybe
Yeah.
because they want to be polite.
Yeah, just for polite.
Yes.
But sometimes because of that, I was confused for that. I didn't understand if someone needs to polite.
Yeah.
So after that, maybe he or she
Yeah.
thinks another thing.
Do you have any experience that you can share with?
Maybe with our teacher one time, one guy didn't come to school, like never. And the teacher was like, and you know, you should come to school, but so polite. But inside he was
Angry?
angry and trying to say like, come to school. If not, you will be like.
We don't say it directly, but you
Yes.
can feel that
Yeah.
you want to say something
Yes.
directly, right? Thank you for your time today.
Hello, thank
Hello.
you.
Firstly, let me ask you, where are you from?
I'm from Montenegro. It's in South Europe,
South Europe.
next to Italy.
Ah, the beautiful country next to the ocean.
Yeah, next to the ocean, near
Wow.
Greece, basically.
Wow, that's nice. How long have you been in Japan?
About 3 months, I think.
3 months.
Yeah.
Was it easy to come to Japan because you know the COVID situation?
It wasn't too hard. It was just a long process to get the visa, to get everything sorted out. The apartment was the most difficult part, but other than that, it was not too bad.
Okay, I'll ask you about the apartment later. Does Japan require the vaccine?
It wasn't required, but it was you would get benefits if you're vaccinated. Like you wouldn't need to do extra procedures. At the airport, it would be easier. No quarantine, because the quarantine rules were kind of complicated at the
Yeah.
time. I think they're easier now.
Yeah. So what do you do in Japan?
I'm a language student. I'm basically here to study the language for 2 years and maybe after masters here.
So you are planning to study Japanese first, and then go to Japanese
Yeah.
university?
Yeah, I want to get to like fluent level. I'll try my best in 2 years. It's
Yeah.
not very easy, but I'll do my best. Ganbaru.
Ganbatte kudasai. Okay, so let's move on to the Christian. Please tell me 3 things that you don't like about Japan.
Oh, 3 things. Oh, that
Okay.
will be hard, but okay. So food is really good, but
Really good,
sometimes it's expensive a little bit. It's not too bad like in some other places, but sometimes it can be a little bit expensive, and especially the fruit. Yeah, the fruit.
fruits. Everything is super expensive, like
Watermelon. Yeah. Watermelon.
Yeah.
I don't know, like $20 or something.
Yeah,
In
and
my country, you can get one for like $2.
oh really? That's
Yeah.
pretty cheap. Is it sweet in your country?
Yeah, it's really good.
Seedless?
I think in Japan it's a little bit better, but
Oh really?
it's still good in my country.
How much does it cost when you go to the restaurant in your country?
My country restaurant, it's a small country, so it's kind of cheap. Maybe like 5 to 6 to 7
Wow.
euros,
That-
which is like for a medium-sized restaurant.
It's about 1,000 yen.
Similar. Yeah, now with the
800.
exchange rate, it's a bit different. But
Yeah, but still a little bit cheaper than in
yeah,
Japan.
yeah. Honestly, when I have trash in my hands, it's really hard to find like a place to throw
Yeah.
it. It's a tiny problem, but because I'm used to more trash cans. But
So,
that's it.
what will you do if you have like rubbish on your
Oh,
hand?
I would just carry it with me until I find
Wow.
one, or
Do
put
you-
it in my bag.
Do you have that culture in your country?
Oh no, my country is really bad with trash. We just
They
throw
just-
everything in
Oh,
one
really?
thing. But if I'm here, I respect the rules here.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okie dokie. Is there anything that you didn't know about Japan? Or if you have any experiences like this, please share with us with the comment. Alright, that's it for today. I'll see you someday and somewhere. それではまたいつかのどこかで。